Countdown to autonomous here in 3, 2, 1, go. Welcome to round robin match number 5 right here on the NASA division. The action has been incredible thus far as we now reach the 1/3 mark complete here in the round robin portion of the World Championship, the High School World Championship. Red with the autonomous bonus, countdown to driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. Difference right there with 7884D getting a score in the 5-point zone and in the 10-point zone as well. Blue with their work cut out for him here. They got a little bit of a deficit. TenTon Robotics seems to be up to the challenge here. Already clearing the field over by the driver's station. Stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking. Repeatability is such an important tenet of any and all engineering. That is one consistent machine right there, folks. No surprise given that they're right here on the grandest stage with a very tough break right there. Might have spoke too soon as they lose that stack. One thing you may notice here, ladies and gentlemen, throughout the course of play during this round robin and into the finals is that these stacks are not easy to drive around and maneuver once they start getting really high. And believe you me, you'll see stacks going well into the double digits with under a minute left here. 66-27A scoring on the blue mobile goal. In the meantime, our contingency from China methodically going to work right there, the 20-point score plus the cones. 7884D, take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Into the 10-point zone they go. Can they do it? The Leaning Tower of Pisa. Yes, they can. Very well done. You just heard the milestone there. For 30 seconds left. That all-important buzzer as we roll here into the end game. 7884D with another score right there in the stationary goal. They're putting up some big stacks here, perhaps considering playing some defense. TenTon Robotics with nowhere to go. Not a lot of real estate right there on that 12-by-12 field. Under 10 seconds remaining here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My goodness. Big-time scores put up by both engineering and arts right there during that match. Really great job by the Chinese contingency in red. They really hammered away at the 10-point zone and the 20-point zone. And they also played a little bit of defense there in the back end of that match. Pretty awesome. That tumble of those cones from 1010X may have made the difference in this match, plus the autonomous bonus. We'll see who wins it. Back to Paul and Karthik.
Thank you, Dave. So, in the zone is a little bit of a risk-reward game. There's a huge reward by building these super high stacks. They're hard to do, they're more time-consuming, but there's also this massive risk of you can lose all those points instantaneously.
I mean, engineering was taking some huge risks. We saw that stack topple. We saw that tower of cones just wobble and wobble. I mean, for a good, 3 or 4 seconds. So, anything goes wrong and that whole entire stack topples and the end of the match could have been completely different.
Yeah, they lost one whole stack there, and they almost lost a second. But even though they lost that one stack, they were still able to come back in this match.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the speed, right? The speed and agility of these robots to be able to make that stack, catch up even after, kind of disaster struck early.
So, Paul, what do you think the factors go into making a fast stacker? And how do you become one of the fastest stackers in the world?
It just comes down to efficiency, right? So, in the start of the year, you try to make a mechanism that works, right? And then once you get something you like, you just have to keep refining it. Find where the friction is. Find where anything that's binding, some misalignment, and then just practice, and guess what? More practice.
All right, we have a replay ready from that match, so let's take a look at some of this action.
So you can see this is the Red Alliance taking a chance, stacking high in the corner, just trying to get those cones that are wedged in the corner because, again, there's not a whole heck of a lot of cones left on the field. So, the Blue Alliance kind of wedged in that corner right by Dave there in the MC. They're just kind of right in front of themselves, trying to get the high stack. Red and blue interacting here, and then boom, 1010X actually drops an entire stack. So I thought red dropped the stack.
Right, it was blue who dropped the stack, and red almost dropped their stack. That was wobbling. So both teams were taking risks there. Again, a very offensive match, and also there's a danger that comes as we go into future matches. If you're trying to build a stack that high, you're playing against a defensive robot, your stack is in danger, but also the defensive robot's in danger because they're responsible if that stack goes over.
Oh, that's crazy. So this is going to be really interesting when the science division starts playing against these teams that stack this high. It's going to be very interesting on that interaction.
Absolutely. Looks like we have a score ready from this last match. Let's take a look at it. Engineering wins 126 to 108. That drop stack for the Blue Alliance by TenTon Robotics definitely made a difference there.
You know what, Karthik, though? There were a difference of two mobile goals in the 5-point zone, too. So it's those mobile goals scoring points is huge.
Well, and the highest stack bonus, like a lot of things came into play there. Blue actually stacked more cones than Red that match. Blue had 27 cones stacked and Red had 26. But all the other bonuses were going in the Red direction. Well, and the goals in the zones, obviously.
And goals in the zones is big, man. The goals are a scoring object, and they're a scoring object that can be a difference of 5 or 10 points, depending on where you put it. And it really comes down to the 10-point zone versus the 5-point zone.
I mean, there's a reason we named the game In the Zone.
Because you have to put things
in the zone.
Yeah, pretty simple.
Oh, yeah, that was good. Paul, you're leaving me hanging. I'm right here.